Hello and welcome to my channel. A lot of questions that I get are very similar in nature. So let's have a little talk today and go to the bottom of things. It's going to be about the role of meditation and what happens after self-realization, so we can kind of get a picture or idea. I'm going to read to you a few questions so you can see the similarities, okay? So Torarinvik writes, what are some good pointers or practices to let awareness become aware of itself? Or how can I become tuned in or abide in that state that you are talking about? We have Tilak, who says, I'm trying to remind myself that I am, but I'm getting lost in thoughts every time. How to grow this self-remembrance? And is there any levels or stages in consciousness? Please answer. And again, Tilak, please help me. How to be in meditative state all the time? I'm often lost in thoughts. It's getting difficult to remember myself all the time. All right. Okay, let's start with the first one. What are some good pointers? Well, I'm pointing all the time to you in the videos, so please keep watching the videos again and again. Not even my videos, but also other videos from other creators that you resonate with, so you can always be pointed back to the self. So how can I become in tune or abide in that state? You see, it's always the same. It's always the basics that we have to get down. What we are is not a state. Everything else is a state. Everything else appears in our beings. What we are does not change. Therefore, there is no state to it. It is clear, as bright as the sun. It is your own true being. So the same question then again was, how can I stay in all that, in that meditative state? Again, it's not a state. We have to make a few things clear here. Meditation, the definition of meditation is the joining, or yoga, melting of the subject and the object of the meditation. So as long as you think there is a meditator, then you as a meditator are the subject. And then you take an object of meditation. Okay, that can be a candle flame, that can be a mantra, that can be whatever you want it to be. There are two types of meditation that we can do. We can do the formless, where we meditate just on God, on the presence of God, on the idea of God. Or we can do one with form, like I said, with a mantra, with a visualization of an object or an object itself, etc. So what happens is that most people, they don't get to that meditative state, because they think that when they are repeating their mantra, or they are concentrating on the candle flame or whatever it is, this is meditation already. No, it is not. You don't do meditation. Meditation happens by itself. And the meditation is a result of concentration. That's why all the teachers in the past, from the spiritual traditions, they used to tell us to learn to focus the minds, to learn to train the mind to become one-pointed. And that is concentration. So if we go that gradual path, if you want to go that path, then you have to train your mind to be one-pointed and learn to concentrate on one thing, one mantra, one idea, one God, one object, whatever it is. Okay? And then when the concentration is 100%, subject and object melt and meditation starts to happen. Okay? So to make this clear first. Now there's another misconception, that I hear sometimes in the non-dualistic talkings that meditation is not needed. And that in a way is true, but at the same time it is not. Because the process of investigation, the process of self-inquiry, of investing yourself to realize yourself in itself is meditation. So it's not true that we don't need to meditate. You know, we don't need to meditate when we have realized the self and we have realized, oh, the self is actually already there all the time. It is unchanging. It is like a natural meditation going on uninterrupted all the time. Okay? So whenever there is somebody who is trying to do something to get there, it is just not it. So the self-investigation, the meditation can be of that kind to ask yourself, am I aware? Do I exist? Stay there. Investigate. What is it that is knowing? It is yourself. It's very simple. Now, another topic that I hear sometimes is talked about, and that is some kind of reintegration or integration process after self-realization. And that as well actually viewed upon from the point of view of self is something that does not exist, actually. Because there must be somebody or something that is being integrated or becomes something again or becomes something different, and that just is not the case. What can happen, and I have described it in another video, describing that process would mean something like this. You know, when you're driving in the car with 100 miles an hour and you shift to neutral or zero gear, you have realized the self. Everything happens by itself, but there is still momentum from habits, from the mind that spontaneously arise. And if you don't keep pushing the gas or the brake and you're just in your zero gear and rolling out with your momentum, they will eventually come to an end. So that means after self-realization anyway, and before that, everything happens by itself. So your old habits, they will die in a way, or what must die will die, and what habit will have to go on will have to go on. There's nobody who decides that, you see. But that what I described, this process, you can call a type of integration. But here's the thing, that even that has a beginning and an end, right? So for the self, it totally doesn't matter. It is ever unchanging. And don't think that after self-realization there is, or the act of self-realization act, it's not an act. There is some kind of big explosion or firework, or suddenly you can see the whole universe. You know you are the universe, and more than that, the universe appears inside yourself. But it's not like, I don't know, it's not a big thing actually to realize the self. And from this, a lot of misconceptions come, because a lot of people think you're going to be thoughtless all the time, because in the past there was spoken about no mind. And of course, yes, the self, there is no mind there, no mind in general. There is no entity called mind that I can take out and give you and show you. There's nothing like that. There are thoughts sometimes coming, and a few thoughts or a bundle of thoughts you would call maybe a mind. You know, it's all concepts. But again, mind does not necessarily have to stop. Everything will come and occur very naturally. When thoughts come, they have a purpose or they don't, and they go. Nothing changes about you, about your true self, even when thoughts come. So it doesn't matter if there is an integration process, or whatever you call that after self-realization, that there is still duality, you know. So let go of that duality. Remain in the self. It doesn't matter if your old habits go or not. It doesn't matter if you have thoughts or not. All that does not matter. I hope this video helped. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have a question, put it down below and I'll be happy to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.